Professor Parker, I have a question. So you've written extensively about white reactionary movements in the United States. And of course, after the election of President Barack Obama, we saw the rise of the Tea Party. And I'm just wondering, there's no Black candidate on the ballot, or at least not yet, at least for president. And I'm wondering, is there any type of movement brewing right now? Let's say if there's a world where there is a president, Joe Biden, do we see anything on the horizon with that?
Well, thank you for asking the question. Well, first of all, I mean, back then, what Matt and I argued in the book is that, it was about Obama and everything he represents that occasioned the rise of the Tea Party. And so basically, whenever there's some perceived Black progress, there is going to be some white reaction. I mean, we've seen that historically. I mean, we can always go all the way back to Reconstruction. I mean, this happens all the time. The periodicity varies, but it happens all the time. And we're seeing it again right now. So basically what I'm suggesting here is if we don't get Obama, we don't get Trump. If Obama's not president, Trump does not get elected, right? So let's get that off the table right now. But I don't see we're already seeing a reaction right now with the Black Lives Matter, right? So the reaction is already here, right? Think about what's going on with COVID-19. So I'm sure all of us on this panel knew that as soon as COVID hit, we were going to discover race-based disparities. I know Larry knows this, he's part of the Robert Wood Johnson family, as am I. And so we knew we were going to see race-based health disparities. What's crazy, but also deeply disturbing, is that as soon as these race-based health disparities were disseminated, at least the knowledge of them were disseminated, then we start seeing Trump trying to pull back and wanting to open everything up. And then we start seeing these anti-lockdown protesters all over the place. So I think there's a reaction already here, right? And it's just going to continue apace, with the movement, with the continued freedom struggle. We saw the civil rights movement in the 50s and 60s. This is just another phase of the freedom struggle, if you ask me. So as long as we see an active phase of the freedom struggle, we're going to see some white reaction.